Hello, this is Angela with Permaculture. It is a beautiful May evening here in Portland, Oregon, and I'm working on my annual veggie garden. Doesn't look like it right now, but I'm in the middle of planting things out here. I want to take a moment and share my couple of tips for growing cucumbers. I love cucumbers. I don't necessarily pickle that many of them, which is weird because I love homemade lacto-fermented pickles. I mostly eat them fresh. I find that my kids really like cucumbers and we can kind of never grow enough. We eat a lot of tzatziki in the summer, a lot of it, and I eat a lot of quick pickled cucumbers, particularly with Asian dishes. And last year was just the best year. And I thought, well, what the heck? We had a really hot summer. And I know some of my friends had posted like, my cucumbers are really struggling. And how are your cucumbers doing so well? So I thought this is a good chance to show you a couple of tips that I have for growing cucumbers. I always grow those lemon cucumbers, but I've gotten more and more into growing slicers. And for me, the hot weather can sometimes make them a little bit bitter. And so I want to stick to those kind of burpless varieties or varieties that get less bitter. My birds are being really loud. I need to go check on my chickens really quickly, and then I'll be back and show you what's going on down here. Okay, you guys, cucumbers, yes, they're a little bit leggy. It's not because they didn't get enough sun where they were at in terms of they weren't like in the house. It's because they were in a flat with my winter squash starts, and the last couple of days the winter squash leaves have shaded them a little bit too much, but they'll catch up. So these are one of the new cucumbers that I got, and I'm going to show you how I plant them. If your cucumbers are a little leggy like this, that's okay. You need to be aware if you are planting out any of your cucurbits, the stems are really delicate and the roots are really delicate and not that robust. So my first step to cucumber success is that I'm very gentle if I'm transplanting out starts. Okay, I've got some of my cucumbers in the ground here, and I just wanted to show you what they look like. So first off, my number one tip for growing cucumbers is that their feet like to be in shade. Let me show you. I have our outdoor kitchen here, which we have yet to finish. This really shades the ground here nicely. And so I found that this is the perfect spot for me to grow cucumbers. They do best here. The vines will reach out into the sun going this way, and they will be a super healthy, vigorous plant. So the feet of our cucumbers like it cool and a little bit shady. So tip number one, feet in the shade. Tip number two, leaves in the sun. Tip number three, they like nitrogen. You can see here, I have mulched them with clippings from my dogs. Wool will also work. High nitrogen, good fertilizer that slugs don't like to cross. And then I would go ahead and chop some comfrey on top to kind of weight it down. Anything that I have on hand that I can use for mulch, I'll use. And that's it. Give them a good drink, keep them well watered. They'll produce really well and they won't get bitter. They love that hot weather, but they don't like their roots to bake. So you want to transplant carefully. You want to have your roots in the shade, your leaves in the sun, your good source of nitrogenous mulch, and then just let them do their thing. Keep them watered and they'll be really happy and produce well for you, at least in my experience. Okay, well, my allergies are like 10 out of 10 in the garden right now. I feel like it's just such a terrible coincidence that folks who love to garden always seem to have the worst allergies. So I think I'm going to go in for a little bit. Keep in mind those tips for growing your cucumbers. You want to be really gentle transplanting them out. You want to water them well. You want the roots to be in shade with the opportunity for the vine to grow into sun. Whether you just let them ramble in the garden or whether you have a trellis for them, either is okay, but make sure those roots are a little bit shaded and well mulched. I think that's the secret. Yes, the plant needs full sun, but the roots, kind of like clematis, really enjoy being in shade. So hope that was helpful for you. Hope you have success with your cucumbers, and I'll be back real soon. Don't forget to click like and subscribe, by the way. Thanks.